Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here, the numerical 50th person to vote on all of these. So I'm going to go ahead real quick and just run through all of these, cast my votes. Uh, there are 49 other voters as of right now, so I'm not too worried about my votes having too much of an impact, but um, I do want to go through these, and I do want to give the preface. If I don't give you a really good score, it's nothing personal. Um, I realistically, a lot of these, the fact that people are participating excites me. A lot of these are require a lot of creativity. There's so much work that goes into even the simplest screenshots for the most part, and I know I'm ooh, everybody look at me because I'm probably one of the best screenshots here, in many people's eyes, simply because I have access or I have the talents that not everybody does. But I want to give everybody a fair shot in this, and that's why I think this new voting system that I came up with is better. So I'm not gonna have like X person winning by half the votes because everybody thinks they're amazing. Everybody gets to rate everybody, and at the end of the day, we're just gonna be adding up the points, and I think the result will be a much closer, but also a much more fair um, voting outcome. So right off the bat, Bunsen Baker. By the way, I shouldn't have labeled this "hate it, love it." More accurately, if I'm going to name label somebody's one, it's not going to be "I hate it." It's just that it's going to be more like meh. So it's probably going to be like middle of the road. It's kind of just like it's not bad, but it's just not what I'm looking for. So right off the bat, Bunsen Baker, I love the framing, I love the lighting because of the shaders. This looks fantastic. I'm gonna straight up give this one a 3 because it is a little basic, but I really like the framing. There's a lot of thought that went into this. Um, Foreign to Christ. So aesthetically, this clearly isn't going for aesthetics because it's got chat, hotbar information, but I think it's supposed to be more of that everybody's here. I'm not actually sure when this photo was taken. Obviously, it was recently, but I think it was maybe for the birthday event. Either way, I'm not really fond of this, and I'm probably gonna give it a 2. Night Steak, 4 stars. Oh my god, it's not quite perfect, but this one is gorgeous. Like this one is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm a huge fan of it. Fracus, I'm probably gonna give that a 3. I do enjoy this. I like it. Mushrooms, we got a little bit of a forest and a nice floating building up there. It's a pretty nice build. Lord of the Shadows. I have to give Lord of 4 because of the amount of effort that went into this. I'm a huge fan of the idea of adding external things into the screenshots. So that's what I was trying to get more people to go for. You even got my little house up here. But of course, we just got Endlord Flippe and Master Flippe just chilling. Chilling in this point. Actually, I'm going to give you a 5. Teacup's a 5. I don't know why, but something about this image, ever since I saw it, was one of the first submissions. Um, Absolutely love this. It's very simple, but I just absolutely adore it. Scenario Planet. This looks like it's from one of the. It's hard to tell. Sanity Be Gone Swiss. I'm not sure what this is, but it's just another one of those pictures where it's a lot of players, and you can't even see the player names because they F1'd. You can only see the mod names, so it's kind of hard. I don't really have a lot of context, so I'm probably just gonna give this one a 2 star because they clearly did put some effort in, but it's just not not quite. Rat Run. Is this the one in like 4? This is the one I think that was an 8K and I had to downscale or something, or maybe that was a different one. Either way, this one's clearly in 4K, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really feeling this one. I don't really feel like there's a lot of framing or like it just feels like a screenshot, and it's a very simple one, like sunset over the base, but there's not a lot of extravagant here, so that's probably gonna be my first number one. Nick does. I mean, how can you hate this one? That's just a 4 star all the way. That thing is absolutely hilarious. It's both hysterical and hilarious, except that one piece of glass. You should have got rid of the one piece of. Is that a piece of glass? Are those glass? Are those like particles? Oh, those are particles. Never mind. My apologies. All right, moving on. Cosmic. I'm gonna give this one a 3 star. I really, really love the builds. I really, really love how like just the thing of it. But I feel like it could have been framed a little bit better. And I feel like maybe with some post effects, you could have really brought on that that wet. Like I feel like you could have done a little bit more with this. But I love the build. I love the lighting because of the shaders. It's perfect. Selim Bits is getting a 5 because this is both colorful and I mean, the only real problem I have with it is the redstone block trim on the ground. It just looks wrong. But in terms of all the trees, all this is genuinely one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen from the server. Bireka, I'm just gonna have to give you a 1 star because it doesn't. I don't know. There's just not a lot of artsy going on here. It's just you and Epic Baby standing in an arena. Maybe I'm missing context, but I'm not seeing anything particularly of interest here. Azur's image. So I often used to shit talk Azur's gold farm a little bit, but I had no idea that it actually had like structure to it. I just was assuming it was a giant gold farm. But no, this thing is absolutely fucking beautiful, and I'm gonna give this a 4 star just because this is a beautiful build. Honestly, I see now why it was nominated in the MCO awards. This thing is beautiful, and I can't get over that. I still don't know if it could stack up to Project Moon in the awards, but this is beautiful and just based like the framing. It's nothing special, but it's perfect. It does what it needs to do. The render distance is fine. The shading's fine. A lot of this is being carried by this amazing build though, so that's going straight into 4 stars. Ryan the Meme Lords, I'm probably going to give this a 3. It's a really high FOV, so there's quite a bit of distortion. But it is a beautiful build. It's nicely framed, if not perfect, and I don't know. I just like the aesthetic. Sleepy the Timber, I'm probably going to give this one a 2 star. This is clearly a render, because you can tell by the noise. It's not... I don't really know. It feels more like a general screenshot than it does something you'd want to just like show off. Like it's a very simple. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It just doesn't stand out to me. It feels like a random screenshot I'd scroll across in my folder or a random render, not something here. I want people to bring their A game, bring like all they can when it comes to this contest, and unfortunately this just doesn't feel like I feel like you can do better than this. Maybe you should try, step up your game next time. I really think you could do something special. Ertum's image, I'm gonna give it a 2. This is probably my personal bias because I'm looking a lot more for the artsy things. If there's comedy here, I appreciate it, but it's not gonna stand on its own. This is a very basic screenshot. Of course, we got Krenith, 3 Krenith clones, and an Anna sitting in the background. It is pretty funny, but at the end of the day, it's a little simple for what I'm personally looking for. Sadie with the photo of Hastings, again, really high FOV, so there's high levels of distortion, and personally, that does bother me a little bit, but it's not a deal breaker. Again, the building's probably going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. I don't totally know how to feel about all this raw dirt here. Clearly, I don't know if it's part of a build or if that's part of a mountainside you're terraforming. If it was grass, it'd probably look better, but it does detract a little bit. You could probably have just pillared up and gotten a cleaner screenshot, but I do enjoy the build. I'm probably going to give it a 3-star because it is a beautiful landscape, although there's some detractors from it, namely, pretty much, like if you cropped it so it's like right here, I might give it a 4-star. But with all this distortion, the dirt, and the more... It's just a little too much. Draglide... Oh, no. Draglide... Oh, no. Okay, so this is going to get a 4-star. Because this looks fucking gorgeous. With the resource pack and the shaders, this looks gorgeous. The only reason it's not getting a 5-star is because this is getting cut off. If you just walked up or looked up a little bit more... This is clearly what I feel like is like the big towering focus, and the fact that just a little bit of it cuts off hurts it a little bit. But I absolutely love the look, the resource packs, everything looks fire. That's 4 stars from me. Roostery, Oh boy. So, here's a railway, rainbow beacons. So this is the satellite, it looks like. Glow's Pyramid, I think. I'm not entirely sure where I'm looking at, but it's clearly somewhere in the spawn region, but it's not particularly whatever. I do like the look of it. I was gonna give it a 1 star. I'll probably give it a 2 star because I do appreciate the amount of stuff here, and even the next, like, this breaks up a nice little bit of symmetry. Unfortunately, because this is a slash render, obviously, the cutoff point in the horizon is very obvious. It's very, jarring, as it is with vanilla Minecraft. Yeah, because here's spawn right here. So okay, so this is probably the edge of spawn or something. Because this is down by the south side. Um, I do like this, but it's also like it feels a little basic. It's a little uninspired because it's spawn, and with the render, it's grainy. It's got a little bit of problems, but overall, I do really like it. So I'm probably just gonna have to give it a 2, though. I'm torn between 2 and 3. Um, okay. EVs 2065. Oh no, man, I haven't seen this in a while. So this right here, this is Seuss. For those who don't know, Seuss is the shader pack I used to use, and I forgot how good it looks. Like, I don't get me wrong, I still wholly prefer, what's the other one called? BLS, because it just runs so much better. There's a lot more customizability, and I think overall it just looks better. But I cannot be denying this style. The reason I like this is because it always contrasted orange with the blues really well, and it looks gorgeous, although a little bit kind of soft, kind of fuzzy because of the shader. Um, that sky is unbeatable. I'm not totally sure where this building is, but it does look pretty good. I'm probably gonna have to give this one a. I I almost wish I'd made out a scale of 10 though, because I really want to give it like a 1.5. I'm gonna give it a 2 because it does have shader. It clearly had some effort, although it might be the shaders, it might be something else, but it doesn't quite pop as much as I think it should. So unfortunately, I am probably going to give that one a 2, and for some reason I scrolled all the way back up to the top. Let's see how far down we were. All right, here we go. Anna 28. Oh boy. That'll look right here. Okay. So obviously we were working at Phoenix Isles. Uh, I really appreciate how much of it picked up. Like, it's hard because of the render distance, but thanks to slash render, you can get pretty far. My only complaint, I mean, okay, not my only complaint, but what I do appreciate is how far it stretches back. It looks like we even got Project Moon over here, Project Moon's Western Waters HQ over here. But I like that you can actually, start to see the skyline instead of just a few skyscrapers. But I do have a few major problems, and most of them come down to this. It's a little more noticeable over here, but specifically right here. This is rough. Like, we just have straight unloaded chunks. It looks like something hooked up in the thing. Like, honestly, this is another situation where if you would just like cropped like it like this, I probably would bump it up a point, but as is, I really like the view, but with all the issues, I am going to have to give it a number 3. I really do love Phoenix Isles. The skyline is only getting better and better with time, but there's some issues here that I personally can't overlook. So, my image. So, I don't know what to rate my image, because personally, like, if I were to rate it on my personal standards, of course I'd give it a 5 out of 5, because I think this is amazing. That's why I submitted it. It's even, is it 4K? I might have unintentionally made this 4K. Jeez. That really looks really good, though. I didn't realize how good this looks at high definition. Bro, this might have to be my new background. So for those who don't know, yes, this is a based in a screenshot. The only things that aren't part of the screenshot are me This guy, this guy, this guy, and this thing. Everything else is a screenshot from in game. You see the shadows, but that's just clever blender work. Um, I'm really proud of this, but in the sake of being fair, I'm probably just gonna give myself a 3 because I don't want to. Well, no, I'll give myself a 4. I think there's enough votes in there that it's not gonna, cause me the end of the world if I bump myself up by 1 point. I would give myself a 5, but I don't want to, throw myself too far up there. I'm not currently winning. That might change by the time it's done. But I have to be honest with myself. I'm gonna give myself a 4 for this. I personally I think it's a 5, but I do want to be fair to everybody else. Um, and but to take myself down a notch, so I'm not like throwing myself up there. Although I'm pretty sure everybody else probably voted themselves 5 stars. Is how it is. Null Marigold. Oh boy. Okay. Um, it looks like this had a contrast or a saturation boost. Um, and I do like it. Although, there is some heavy artifacting up here and around here. Lots of artifacting. I do appreciate you putting in the extra effort to kind of create some pop for the image because it really does work. It makes the sunset feel a lot more colorful, uh, heavy compression aside. This looks great. The way the terrain is, the horizon actually doesn't look that bad. It's smooth. Um, it's even cropped, it looks like, because your hotbar is missing, but your tool's there. So my only complaint is, well, I mean, this doesn't bother me as much as it should have, but the only thing that really I have to complain about is it's just, well, there's not much here. There's a very, very simple bridge, a bit of a road, some slight terrain, and just an oversaturated sunset. Like, there's just not much substantial. Framing wise, it's fine. It's great. I do like the post work done on it, but unfortunately, there's just really not that much here. I'm probably going to have to give that a 1 star for the moment. Uh, Philip. Yes, I know I got your name wrong. For some reason, I always think it's 0409. Um, so I don't remember if Philip built this, but I wouldn't put it past him if he did. This is the witchy statue in Spawn, and no, the signs registered. You got a boat there. We even got the daylight nugget behind him. This looks great. The sunrise over here and like the balanced with the blue over here, it looks amazing. I genuinely love this. I am going to give this I'm actually going to give it a 5 star. It's not no I got to give it a 4 star. It's really really good, but it's not quite 5 star for me. I really do appreciate the monument to Witchy though. Witchy was a beloved player, an amazing moderator, a good friend, and it's good to keep his memory on. I feel like he's going to be remembered in Freedonia for many years to come because people just keep remembering him. Okay, Radis. All right, 5. I can't. I'm sorry. It's cute. It's very a creative use of the screenshot. Um, she basically drew eyes, like, rounded out the butterfly, made it look whatever. And then, of course, we have all these little, like, fairies just chilling around or flying. And it's a little wobbly art, but it's a little wobbly on the line art. But other than that, this looks amazing, and it's probably one of the most creative, submissions I've seen, and I really appreciate that. Abamacus, oh boy. Less lag next batch. I started this event and I will end it. I don't know who this is supposed to be. New friend. Who's that supposed to... Wait, what is this? We've never had a dragon that looks like this. This will make an awesome video. That's pretty accurate. What in the world? Is that somebody invis? I'm not sure. So clearly this is a petrifaction screenshot with a lot of players around it. They clearly put some effort here in trying to make it look like we were like they were standing here, but me, Anna, this guy were either scaled wrong or not rotated right. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be very high effort, but it looks a little jank, especially how compressed and blurry the screenshot is compared to these editions. You can they pop out in a way they probably aren't supposed to. I'm actually curious. I wonder if the screenshot was from the cinematic finale video I made. I think I remember somebody asking me about that. We even got a Master Flip It right here. So, I feel like there's a joke here, but I don't think I'm getting it. If this was like a test fight, I understand, but this was the event. So I don't know what Anna's talking about. Less lag next match. Maybe they will talk about. Maybe they're talking about some of the future like the future Dragon events, assuming they were going to make some, which obviously we did. I feel like it's supposed to be like a meta commentary on what exactly people were doing, but I don't totally get it. I'm gonna give it a 2-star because I do appreciate the effort, but personally, it doesn't land with me as much as it probably should have. And I believe not last, Sketchy Pixel. That's a really impressive skull, and I love how it looks like it's about to chomp the roadway. It's pretty straightforward, and I'm not even positive that Sketchy actually built that, so I'm probably just gonna drop a 3. But I do like it. And lastly, we have Bustus. Bustus, okay. Where is this? This looks like BSL. No, this is a render. I was gonna say, for some reason the water looked very flat, and that's why it's a render. Actually, everything in this image looks kind of flat. I don't know why. It's very obviously a render, but everything here looks flat. Okay. I'm not actually sure where this is. For some reason, I think it's not Glenfiddich. There's a city around the boat route. I don't remember which one it is, but like the Great Circle boat route. But this I don't know. I do like it. I do like the framing. I like what's here. It's a beautiful shot. It reminds me of something I'd do for Winterthorn. My only really complaints are, I mean, again, this was cut off, although they probably weren't able to predict that with the render. And then, of course, the sky is kind of basic, which is, again, it's probably part of the render, but B, everything just looks like really flat from this angle. It's probably because of the position of the sun. And that's not something you can really control a lot when it comes to using the render. But mostly it just looks really flat. I feel like they could, with some post work, like, upping some contrast, this could have looked a lot better. Maybe adding in some like clouds or just some little details up top could have gone a long way. Maybe some like color adjustments. But as is, I do like it. I'm probably just going to give it a 3 though, because it's all my complaints with it are superficial. Like, all the meat here I love, but like my problems with it are very superficial, and they're stuff I can't ignore when it's like what I'm just straightly looking at. So all right, we're at the end of this. I do want to apologize if I've been overly critical to anyone in particular. That's not my intention. This is just a lovely event where I want everybody to come and spread their creativity all together in one little place. Everybody put their best skills on place. At the end of the day, this is, all for fun, and that is why there will be a participation, a really nice participation item for everybody that's joined. I believe we had a rough, I don't remember. I think we had like somewhere, like at least 30 or so contestants. I don't remember. I'll have to count, but an absolute asinine amount of people. I'm probably going to start counting up the votes shortly, and I'll just add more as it comes along. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. May the best person win. And that being said, I will see you all later. Have a good one.